What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. For the latest Dodgers trade rumors, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. And for latest Dodgers trade rumors, you can subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. You don't want to miss a thing, and we're covering it all here at the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day: would you be willing to trade Keibert Ruiz for Max Scherzer? Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no. The Dodgers' top prospect, Keibert Ruiz, would you include him in a deal for Max Scherzer? I want your takes down below in the comment section. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So the trade winds are fully blown at this point. The MLB trade deadline is this Friday, and you're starting to hear rumors left and right. These rumors are so hot, you could practically fry an egg on them at this point. And all the talk is surrounding Max Scherzer, the three-time Cy Young Award winner. He is the big fish at this year's deadline, and it looks like we could see some Scherzer action today. John Morosi tweet out just now, sources: Max Scherzer trade talks have continued to intensify, and those close to the conversations believe a deal could be reached by late tonight. The Giants, Dodgers, and Padres are among the top suitors, but other clubs are involved. So there you have it. What we've heard last few days is that it's an arms race in the NL West between the Giants, the Dodgers, and the Padres. And will one of those teams end up with Max Scherzer? Because if the Giants or Padres get them, they could really have an inside track of winning this division. The Dodgers, they lose last night. They're back to 3 games out in the division. And if the Giants were to add Max Scherzer, that would go a long way, because Kevin Gausman, he struggled in the month of July. A 4.58 ERA. He was not good in his last 2 starts, but if they add Max Scherzer, that gives them an A starter that could really carry them in the postseason. And then there's the San Diego Padres. So Yu Darvish, he's been really struggling for the show pods. He has a 7.32 ERA in the month of July. Really hasn't looked like the same pitcher since the MLB's crackdown on foreign substances. So they could really use Max Scherzer. You know Preller always wants to go all in. So one, the Dodgers, they need Max Scherzer for themselves at this point because of the loss of Dustin May. Trevor Bauer likely out for the rest of the year. And Max Scherzer is a guy that can really help carry this Dodger team and help fortify this rotation. And then 2, you want to play a little game of keep away. You want to prevent him from going to these division rivals, the Giants and the Padres, teams that you're competing with in this tough NL West division. So whoever gets him, it's going to be Merry Maximus. Whoever lands Max Scherzer is going to increase their odds of winning this division. And I'm not saying that whoever of these 3 teams ends up landing Max Scherzer, if it's either the Padres, Giants, or Dodgers, will ultimately win the NL West, but it's going to help them. It's going to go a long way because all 3 teams could benefit from elite starting pitching, especially at this time of year when some of their aces are either gone or they're struggling. So it's going to go a long way into telling the story of this division. Now, when it comes to Max Scherzer and the Dodgers, what will it take? We talked about it for a couple weeks now. Would it require a Keibert Ruiz, the Dodgers' top prospect, the number 16 prospect for Baseball America? He's been tearing it up in AAA. He just won the AAA Player of the Week, and the big Keibert stock is really about as high as it's ever been. And according to AM 570's Dodger insider Dave Vassegh, trade talks for Max Scherzer and the Dodgers start and end with Keibert Ruiz. Here was Dave Vassegh after last night's episode of Dodger Talk, talking about the Dodgers trade scenarios and how the Nationals are looking to add Keibert Ruiz in a trade for Max Scherzer.
And I've told you this from the beginning. The Dodgers do have good players in their minor league system, but they can ill afford to trade multiple guys that they feel can help them at the major league level, either next year or in the year after, because they need some depth to this organization, and they need to find a way to keep those guys and still add to the big league roster. And from what I've been told, actually I was told today by people that know firsthand what the Nationals are asking from the Dodgers, it starts and ends with Keibert Ruiz. They don't want Diego Cartaya. Cartaya is not even playing right now. The Nationals aren't dumb. They realize that. There's something going on with Cartaya, physically wrong why he's not playing, and he hasn't been playing for the last couple of weeks. In fact, the Nationals know that he's not even taking batting practice before games for Rancho Cucamonga. So they don't want Diego Cartaya. They have questions about him. They don't have questions about Keibert Ruiz. That's who they want. They know the Dodgers need starting pitching, and they're going to see which one of these three teams, the Giants, the Padres, and the Dodgers, are going to blink first and make the trade necessary to bring in Scherzer. If you're asking my opinion, I wouldn't trade Ruiz for a rental, even if it is Max Scherzer. I would hold that Ruiz chip to make a trade for a starting pitcher like a Jose Berrios, who is under team control for another year. Maybe one of those pitchers in Miami like Pablo Lopez or Taylor Rogers, but I wouldn't do it for a rental. There's pitchers to be had if you want to trade Ruiz. I just don't see that for Max Scherzer. I could be wrong. The Dodgers, as of now, don't want to trade Ruiz. That may change as we get closer to that 2 o'clock trade deadline on Friday.
Okay, so first things first, we got to break out the Dodgers rumor meter, and I'm giving this one a 4 Dodger dogs. I think this one is legitimate. I think that the Nationals, why wouldn't they want Keibert Ruiz? They're in a great position in a seller's market. You have teams out there that are in desperate need of elite starting pitching. So if you're the Nationals, you're in a great position. Why not just say, hey, we want your top prospect? That's exactly what I think they're doing in this situation. So I wouldn't say it's about to go down when it comes to this trade, but I do think it's 4 Dodger dogs as far as how legit it is. Now, the next question is, should the Dodgers give up Keibert Ruiz for Max Scherzer? Well, one, it depends. Is Max Scherzer coming with an extension? Is Max Scherzer coming with Trey Turner? Because if it's a deal that would include Trey Turner and Keibert Ruiz and some other guys, then I would definitely sign off on it because Trey Turner is a fantastic player. To me, I would include Gavin Lux over Keibert Ruiz at this point. Now, the other big question is, would he be coming with an extension? Would he be willing to sign a 2-year extension with a club option? Then maybe that starts to make sense for the Dodgers because he is 37 years old, but he's still very effective, and the Dodgers, they could be out with Trevor Bauer for the long haul. He could never be back as a Dodger, and you saw the money they were willing to pay him. But if we're talking Keibert Ruiz and some other prospects for Max Scherzer for the remainder of this season and the postseason, I think that's a hard pass for me. I think that Keibert Ruiz is more valuable to flip for a player under more team control. Like he mentioned, he talked about Jose Berrios. We've been talking about Jose Berrios for weeks here. He pretty much said what we said verbatim a few weeks ago about Jose Berrios and the fact that he's younger, he's under team control for another season. That's another move I'd consider making if I was the Dodgers, because he's the guy that can come in and help you next season. So I think it really just depends on the extension with Max Scherzer and if the inclusion of Ruiz is an absolute deal breaker. Because I'm telling you right now, Keibert Ruiz has the potential to be a special player for the Dodgers, and I could see a scenario where they move Will Smith to a different position, maybe third base or a corner outfield spot, and have Keibert Ruiz, who has never played another position in his entire life, behind the dish, and have both of them on the field. Remember, Will Smith has played other positions. He's a converted catcher, and then you have the DH next year in the National League most likely. And of course, you're going to see Justin Turner take a lot of those reps, but you're going to have some more options when it comes to getting players on the field. So I do think if you were going to trade Ruiz, you would do it in the offseason in a more calculated move. And like I said, I just don't see them Dodgers dealing Ruiz unless it's for a player with more team control or Scherzer with a reasonable extension. But let me know down below in the comment section, would you want to see the Dodgers trade Keibert Ruiz for Max Scherzer? Would you trade Keibert Ruiz? Do you consider him untouchable? Me, I want Max Scherzer for pretty much anyone but Keibert Ruiz at this point. And it's not because I'm a prospect hugger or I consider Ruiz to be untouchable. I just want to hold on to that chip and trade him for someone that has more team control, that's a younger player, if I'm going to trade him at all. But let me know down below in the comment section, would you be willing to trade Keibert Ruiz for Max Scherzer? I want all your takes down below in the comment section, and then call your shot. Where do you think that Max Scherzer ultimately ends up? I want your takes down below in the comment section. Will it be the Giants? Will it be the Dodgers? Will it be the Padres? Will it be another team? There's other teams out there that are pursuing him, but I want your takes down below in the comment section. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel for latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, podcasts, and more. You're going to find it right here. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. For all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to gearup.la. We're having a Joe Kelly sale today for the anniversary of when he owned the Astros last year. So definitely head over to gearup.la. For latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.